I don't do intros. How you guys doing today? I'm doing all right today. Today I have for you the continuation in this little video mini series that I'm doing where I've made a new character and I'm going through I'm playing through the game and I'm collecting everything, I'm unlocking everything as I'm playing through the game. And as I level up, I'm hitting every notable invasion level range, and I'm making a video explaining that level range just for people who may, want to invade at certain ranges but don't know exactly, what to do for certain level ranges. So for today, we are at level 60, level 64 to be exact. Doesn't really matter what bracket of 60 you pick, just, somewhere under 64, 65 is good. The smithing weapon level for this level range is going to be plus 12, and the somber weapon level for this weapon range is going to be 5. And we'll talk more about level 60 in the experiences there, because my opinion of level 60 has dramatically shifted over the last week or so when I've been constantly invading at level 60 for the Invasion and Chill series that I'm also working on. That series is basically just stream clips that just, raw, unedited stream clips that I'm putting together for like 30-40 minute videos and just, slapping them on the channel just cuz. And yeah. But before we talk about level 60 and what I exactly think of it, and maybe about this character a little bit more, I think we talked about him in the last video a bit, but we're gonna talk about it more in this video, I guess. If you guys wouldn't mind liking and subscribing the video, man, trying to get to 1,000 subs before the end of the year, and right now we're literally on the brink of 900 subs. That is absolutely wild to me. Thank you guys so much. And if you guys also wouldn't mind going and following my Twitch account, it's DustInsanity underscore over at Twitch. And yeah, I'll have it linked down in the description if you guys would be so inclined to go ahead and follow me there. We're almost to 100 followers on there. I am affiliate, so we don't have emotes and shit like that for you guys to spam in the chat. With that being said, guys, let's get into level 60 and what I think about it. So level 60 is very interesting, mainly because, strangely enough, outside of meta, like 125, 150, maybe 168, sometimes 200, level 60 is like the second most popular range for like Runark Duelist and Gankers specifically, and people who just don't want to hunt the ring because they're wimps. Um, so why is that? Why is level 60 so populated with these kind of people? Well, the answer is very simple. It's because at weapon level plus 12, smithing, and plus 5 somber, to get any upgrade for that weapon, you literally don't need to kill a single boss in the game. You can just run to it. And a lot of gankers, a lot of gank squads, and a lot of Runark duelists will do this. They'll make a character really fast. They'll level up to 60 by going to Kaled and killing Grail, or cheesing the Knight Cavalry over there, or cheesing the Flying Dragon Grail on the bridge. And they'll just like run over to Altis, grab the bell bearing over there. There's 2 Somber's 5 that you can get in Kaled. EG sells you all the way up to plus 4 Somber. And then they run to Liurnia, and then they put on the Taunter's Tongue, and they put on the Hunter Ring, and they sit there and they gank invaders all day. Because it's very easy to do that kind of setup. Level-wise, the Invader actually is pretty weak at level 60. Surprisingly enough, the Invader is actually kind of doo-doo at level 60. And that's mainly because you want to have a lot of vigor. You want to have as much vigor as you possibly can in this game. And level 60, you have to put points into your vigor to survive anything, right? I have like 43 vigor in this these clips right now. I think that's with the source seal on though, and we'll talk about the source seal a little bit later. But for now, like, you have to have as close to 45, 50 vigor as you possibly can at level 60 if you're going to be an invader, just to be any kind of like efficient at all. Unless you're like trying to be a glass cannon, which is fine, you know, you can do that. But I don't recommend it. Um, so with vigor and endurance eating up like all your stats and stuff, and mind especially if you're going magic, right? Um, it can be hard to have like a good damage stat. Like you can do one thing really well. You could probably get strength or dex or any kind of damage stat up to maybe 40. You could possibly do that and have a good amount of vigor as well, and a little bit of endurance and maybe some mind. But if you try to do a hybrid build at level 60, like 2020 strength and dex, you're going to be doing like nothing in terms of damage. So the invader really has to be really focused in their build making choices at level 60, which is just rough. I'm the kind of person I love to encourage build variety, man. I love to see interesting things in the game. You know, a lot of the times when you invade or duel or PvP in general, you'll just run into the same like 5 builds in Elden Ring, which is insane because this game has like over 200 weapons in it, right? And no one ever really uses anything neat or cool anymore, and that sucks. And at level 60, it's a plague. But something I have noticed about level 60, because like I said, I've been invading on stream, because I'm playing this, like I'm doing this playthrough on stream with chat as I'm invading as well, like unlocking all the dungeons, all the spells and whatnot, everything. I'm sorry if you guys hear my cat in the background, by the way. He's kind of running wild. Are you okay, buddy? Okay, he just looked at me like I was goofy. All right, whatever. Was I talking about? I can't remember. I'm playing through the game. I'm locking everything on this character, and I've been invading a lot at level 60. And something that I've noticed, man, is when the game is extremely active, that's when the level 60 shitters come out, like the Runark duelists, the hunter ringers, the gankers and whatnot. But that also happens at meta as well. It happens a lot more at meta than it does at 60, but it's still kind of a thing at level 60 because a lot of people do know that the invader is kind of weak at level 60. It might be the weakest level for an invader to be at. But something that I've noticed during the week, when the game is a little bit less active, that seems to be when you get a lot of natural co-op invasions, which is what I want as an invader. I don't really give a shit about invading duelists and gankers. I'd rather just be invading people who are actually playing the game. Because I don't know, it's just a funner experience for me. And these guys did not make the right choice, by the way. They decided to ignore me from this point all the way to the Shaded Castle, and they ended up losing like all of their healing because I kept blasting them with the jar cannon. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, just for me, I like invading co-opers, man. I like that kind of stuff. I don't really... I get really bored of dueling, and seeing Runark duelists, man, I get even more bored. It literally almost puts me to fucking sleep half the damn time when I invade a fucking Runark duelist. And gankers, man, they always get invaded at the end. Somebody will come along and kill their asses, you know, and make them look stupid. If it's not me, then it's somebody else. That's kind of what I tell myself when I invade gankers with really, really sweaty setups. When I'm running, like, you know... I don't know, a flail. Flails are like my favorite weapon, so you know, if I'm running like a flail and I get ganked, you know, it's whatever. But yeah, level 60, man, during the week it's been really fun at this level, but man, during the weekend, it literally feels like you're invaded at meta, but you're crippled, because you're level 60, right? And that's one more thing I wanted to get into was the Source Seal. So you guys have noticed that I am using the Radagon Source Seal at level 60. I think you can use the Source Seal at level 60, but I wouldn't recommend going any further than level 60 with Radagon Source Seal. It's just not It's not gonna benefit you past level 60. It's only gonna hurt you at past level 60. Like up to level 70, you don't want it anymore. Level 60 is the last place that you'd what am I trying to say? Level 60 is the last level that you can use the sword seal and get away with it, pretty much. Now, I am running a neat little trick right here with the sword seal on to kind of offset it. So, Radagon's sword seal gives you like a negative 15% damage negation or something like that across the board. But I am using the Opaline hard tier, which completely offsets the Radagon sword seal. As a matter of fact, you'd have more defense than you naturally do with the hard tier on and the sword seal than you would without either of them. Which is kind of insane to think about, but it's true. If you don't believe me, go look at the numbers. It is true. Like, I think I have like 25 damage negation and physical. I put on the sword seal, goes down to like 15 or something like that. Maybe like 13. And then I pop the Opaline hard tier. It takes me up to 27, I think, if I remember what the numbers are. But I really don't. Just go look for yourself if you don't believe me. That trick does work and it is useful, and you can use it past level 60 because it completely offsets the sword seal for 3 minutes. And if you want to, all you would need to do is just, when the 3 minutes have run out, you can just take off the sword seal and put on a different talisman, right? You can put on like Crimson Amber +2, you can put on Erdtree +2, you can put on Alexander Shard, stuff like that, right? Concealing Veil is like the invader's best friend. All these different like talismans and stuff that are just extremely useful. The sword seal is just, it's a really good talisman below level 60. After that, it just kind of hurts you, man. The problem with it is when people start getting levels into their build, they don't tend to put fucking points in their vigor. They tend to just put points in like intelligence or faith, right? So they can spam their spells. And let me tell you something. A comet at like level 80 will fucking 2-hit you if you have a sword seal on. If you have like 30 vigor and a sword seal on, a comet will fucking 2-hit you. And yeah. I had a little devilish thought, by the way, because let me just talk about this now, because I think I got through all of my points with level 60. I had a little devilish thought the other day when I started thinking about hunters and stuff. I think, right, if a host has a hunter ring on, and this would like stop two very bad things for invaders in the game. One, constant spell spam. Two, hunters being the fun police. I think this would stop two things, or nerf two things that make invasions feel bad for the invader. So if a hunter has the hunter ring on, I think that they should get their healing and their blue flask cut in half. Because theoretically, you don't need it. You have another person coming in, just give half your healing and half your blue flask to them. Because, you're getting a whole fucking teammate, right? Just my opinion. I think it would solve a lot of problems in the game. But they will probably never do that because Miyazaki and FromSoft actually hate invaders. There's a conspiracy, actually. There's a guy named, I think Jeff works at FromSoft, and he got invaded once in Demon Souls back in 2010, and man, ever since then he's been just an invader hater, man. Invader hater Jeff in the comments if you guys actually made it this far in the video. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to conclude the video today. Let me know your thoughts on level 60 invasions. Do you like them? Do you hate them? What is your experience? Drop it down below in the comments. I would love to hear about it. But with that being said, guys, if you guys like this kind of content, it's kind of PvP content, it's kind of build making content, it's kind of invasion explained content, duels, I do it all, just PvP in general. Be sure to like and subscribe to the video, man. Trying to get to 1,000 subs before the end of the year. We're right now on the brink of 900. We're just like 15 subs away. So I'd greatly appreciate if you guys would hit me with a fucking sub, man. I would love it. But with that being said, guys, fare thee well, peace out, and all that fun stuff. And don't you dare go hollow, friends.